Hi guys, I'm framing it this way because I thought I'd do a live update. I've not done this before. An actual live updating my Phantom 4. Alright, so we're going to do a firmware because the last couple of days I've been using it. It's actually been asking for the controller to be upgraded and the Phantom itself to be upgraded as well. So first of all we'll do the controller. So let's move everything out of the way and we'll... This is normally steps I do of doing it anyway. So I get my phone out. Get that in place. And I get the cable for it. So USB cable, one in the back of the controller, one in the phone, like so. That's ready to go, and we'll power on the controller. You probably won't be able to see too much detail on here anyway, but I'll go through the steps how I actually do it itself. So we'll go to the Phantom Go 4 app itself. Make sure we've downloaded the latest version of that. It's always good to have that on hand. It's got to get me to sign in. So 2 seconds. I'll just sign in with this. It's just been recently updated because I'm now running the latest version of the OS. So, type in where my email address is. It's getting there. Here we go, right. Password. Just sign me in. Try that. It's not let me sign in for some reason. Let me check, see what my account details are. I can't remember. Typical. I should have checked all this out before I came live, but that's how it goes. So, profile, quick have a nose. That is right then. Okay. It's capitalising it all. Jack DJ Phantom.uk. Try that. Nope, didn't sign in. Maybe it's the wrong password. I'm not using the right one. Oh, it's got one of these code things now. I do hate these bloody code things. I'm going to miss the controller bit. We'll do that afterwards actually. I'm going to do the we'll do the Phantom 4 bit first because I know that's waiting for, I think it's got a firmware available for it anyway. Pain in the backside. So first of all, make sure you remove your props off. Never do this with your props on because you never know what goes wrong. This is the Phantom 4 by the way. It's not Pro or Advance. It's just purely Phantom 4. Make sure you remove the bracket underneath for your gimbal because that needs to move freely around when it does its calibration tricks. Plug in a fully charged battery, so make sure it's fully charged because you don't want it to get halfway through its update and the whole thing powers off because you're going to end up bricking your Phantom that way. Take the USB cable that came with your Phantom, plug one end This is USB-C inside of my Phantom. Another one into my Mac. Make sure you download the latest. Again, make sure you download the latest software for your Mac or PC for this. Okay. You'll find whatever version they're releasing, if you're not running the right app on your Mac, it will not actually give you the correct version you need to run with it. So, launch my DJI Assistant app. You can see on the screen. It'll come up in a minute. Boom, boom, boom. Get there. Come on. There you go. And now I need to power it on. This is why you need to take the gimbal thing off, because it moves around, can damage your gimbal. It should then pick up. It's plugged in. Hey, got him. Perfect. So we can lower the light down on this bit here so you can see what's going on here. So I picked my Phantom 4, and then it should then literally tell me if there is an update. So it says updating the no-fly zone database is required. Confirm. Let's go through that first, because that kept popping up on my controller when I was flying the other day. So now that's going on, so it don't take too long. 95%, 100% sorted. Oh, it's failed. Wonder why it's failed. Oh, might help if I put an SD card in it, because sometimes you'll need that as well. So let's see if we can get an SD card in. I forgot to get that out as well. Not going very good. It's not meant to be a professional video, by the way. Just how I do things. So it's in. So should we try that? I think we're going to have to reboot the drone to do this. Okay. Let's reboot again. There we go. Start again. So it's got to be full charge battery, props off, gimbal guard off, USB cable. Make sure the SD card's in your drone. And go back again. Firmware update. So here it's showing official upgrade release. Okay, upgrade. And the whole thing takes probably about 15 minutes. So we'll start the upgrade so we go. We can see how fast. Sometimes you can go through fast, but it normally takes about 15 minutes to do this. And leave it connected in and don't unplug it while it's working. If you're running off a laptop doing this, make sure your laptop's plugged into the mains, because last thing you want to do that sort of power itself off. So there you go, it's going through. It may, because it's an upgrade, it may do weird things on the camera here, make some weird noises. That's just normal how it happens. So what if I get more in shot? What's going on the screen? And so we can get the drone in shot as well. It's quite hard to get both in and that out. Maybe I should bring this bit down a bit. It's the system software. And we can see more of the drone rather than me. There you go, you can see what's going on now. So you've got the screen here, show the process at 25%. And you can see what happens here. We've got a steady red colour going on at the moment. Bit of flashing going on. When you've done this so many times as I have, especially with the amount of drones I've had over the years, you can roughly work out, guessing what's updating. So I would say the controller bits here have been upgraded so far, and you can tell when the gimbal goes when there's an update for the gimbal, because the gimbal will sometimes go limp and just stands there, and then it sparks to life, and you know it's done that as well. As you can see, my Phantom 4 is still in pretty good nick. So I've had no crashes. It's been flat. I've got bugs and stuff over it, and these are a good clean. I've still got the warnings on here, which sort of reads match your black rim props with the motors with black dots and so forth. They're still on there. I haven't taken them off yet either. So it's yeah, so still pretty good nick, quite nice and clean. Make sure you keep these nice and clean as well, because they're your front avoiding sensors. I've noticed with the latest app and software, they've changed the distances on these. It seems to be a bit more further out, but you can readjust those back on your app itself as well. 90%, 94%. We're almost getting there now. I notice as well, it doesn't ask you to calibrate it anymore. I think it self-calibrates. I'm not sure how that works. I think the gimbal got gone limped. But I used to calibrate every time I fly somewhere, or if I move positioning, I would recalibrate it, but it doesn't give that option or even the setting to find it anymore, taking it away. So, and another thing I've noticed is, well, when you take off, or before you take off, it does record your home position all the time when you move about and that, so that's probably another feature. There we go, so we've got the update complete. We'll go back, we'll check it as well. There you go, so yeah, so we got current version is version 202.00.0106. It's a bit mouthful. I'm sure they should, I don't know, why don't you just keep it simple things. Version 2, version 3, version 4, that's easy enough. Version 16. While you're on the DJI Assist app, you also on here get your data uploads, which you can, there you go, these are your log files that your drone creates when it flies. So you can click on those and you can download them. Flight data. Will it allow me to open data viewer? Well, this is all new. This is really new here. Flight data. I don't know what to expect here, but it's got curves, it's got flight data, it's got y-axis, x-axis. So nothing's loaded into that yet. Calibration. This is a calibration tutorial I've noticed on here. So it allows you to calibrate not just the drone, but calibrate the sensors on the front of here as well. So you've got to make sure you've got plenty of space between the screen and yourself, because it does ask you to move the drone around a lot when it does these calibrations. We'll have to do a video on that, how it's done, because that's quite unique. And you can do that, I think you do it on the Inspire and the Phantom 4s, and you'll probably be able to do this also on like the Spark and maybe the Maverick as well. You can probably do that as well. And this takes you through the steps, what you need to do. So it shows you here, your drone's in front of the screen and you've got to plan it out. But we'll do a video on this because this is quite interesting. This is the flight simulator, which does anybody use? I haven't used it for ages. But yeah, so there you go. So that's the firmware update installed. Pretty straightforward and easily applied. All I've got to now do is check my controller if that gets upgraded. Let's power this off, because I've got to upgrade my controller firmware as well, and it should then all sit together nice and easily. So let me unplug all this, close down that. I've got a feeling I've had a set different password, so we'll retry that in 2 secs, because I like to do that on the camera while I can. So that's all good to go. Good go for flying a bit later. Let's check I've got good for timing. Yeah. So on here somewhere I had, there we go. Right, so I got a feeling I've done the wrong password. So let's plug all this back in. Double tap on my controller. I'll move it down in a sec once I get the thing up right. So log in, DJI 4. Okay, sign in. Take this off. So, lowercase, Jack at DJI UK, and it's 7. Or variation code 4H4V. No, somehow it's not letting me log in. So maybe it's the app I didn't have to do this before. It just no, it's not letting me log in. I have to check. I have to reset my login details for that anyway. So we'll probably do a live one on this once I work out what my bloody password is. We'll do another live stream on updating the controller itself as well, because obviously the Phantom 4 updates are done by your PC or your Mac, and your controller software is actually done through your phone itself. You can't update the Phantom 4 through the app. It's only the controller you can update. You can update aircraft data, I think, is when they do the updates on the fly zones. I notice that comes up there saying update your aircraft now, or whether that's a warning saying you've got to plug it in. So it's a bit awkward. They should do all this together on, because they used to do that on the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. You could upgrade the whole thing there as long as you had data on your phone. It was good to go to do that out in the field. But it makes a bit of pain in the bum because it doesn't. If it's a serious update, it'll stop you flying. So you have to then come home and do it and go back again, which is a real pain in the backside. But yeah, I mean, they should do a thing on here, because I was managed to cancel the firmware, because sometimes if it's a major firmware upgrade, they force you to stop flying. And I think what they should do is allow you to say schedule later, complete your flight, go home and then do it. That would be more sensible. They did that in the Inspire a couple of times. I remember when they first sold them, they did the same thing. You needed to apply the firmware update. I got to the field, got ready, got all my cameras set up to do the first flight, and I had to do the firmware update, and I wouldn't know any flights. I had to go away home and then reapply it, which is a pain in the backside for that anyway. But yeah, so this is it. Check out, guys, I've got the new multi-charger, which is not, I've got DJI's own brand, and I also got another brand, third-party brand, and that seems to do a lot more charging to your batteries, controller and phone, where the original DJI charger only charges your battery and your controller at the same time. And it only charges one battery once at a time, where the third-party one does all three. So go and check out, I know it's up there, because I remember this, which way this phone points. Check out my video on Jack's Gear channel. I've got the review of the charging hub on there. So head over to that Jack's Gear channel. I'll put a link up here somewhere for you to click on after I've done this video. So anyway, I've got to come offline now. So, and if you like this video, thumbs up. Don't like this video, thumbs down. Any comments you got on about upgrading and stuff like that, please let me know in the comments below itself. Quick tip, if it fails to upgrade the firmware for some reason, there's normally a reason why it has failed, hence why I didn't have my SD card in it. There's always a reason why it fails to start with, so always a good thing is make sure the SD card's installed. If it fails for any other particular reason, is make sure as well, another common question that comes up about this, is do it in order of the firmware as it's released. If you're leaving them and then doing the next one, you'll find it will fail and fail until you go back to the last one that was yours, and you go forward one step for each firmware upgrade to complete. That's one of the a release they did. Release date a while back last year at some point. DJI says if you don't do it in order, it will fail. So you have to keep an order of all the firmware updates going forward. And with this DJI Phantom 4 software, you can actually roll back as well. So a particular firmware applies to something weird, you can roll back. I think you can roll back 2 or 3 times, but it's all under the software there. Once you plug your Phantom 4 in with your cable, load up the software, you can see on there how much you can roll back if you want to roll back as well. So any questions, again, comment below, thumbs up for the video if you like it. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and see you next time on a video. So hopefully we'll get another video tomorrow, another one Sunday, and maybe another one for Monday. See how it goes. Cheers, guys.